Celebrating 30 years of phenomenal trend forecasting, 5 times a week, Monday through Friday. Here's Gerald Celente with today's trends in the news.
Hi, this is Gerald Celente. It's Thursday, September 13th, 2018. And here are some of today's trends in the news. On the market front, over there in Asia, everybody's up. That's right. Over there in Europe, mixed. Here in the States, up a bit. Oil, down. Gold, bloop, bop. And Bitcoin bounced a little bit. So, Dow jumps more than 100 points. That's right. But the equities came down a bit because Donald Trump, again, the tweeting president, said that there was no pressure to strike a trade deal with China. The Wall Street Journal has it wrong, he tweeted. We are under no pressure to make our deal with China. They are under pressure to make a deal with us. And you know what? He's correct. These trade deficits are ridiculous. Who would do business under these conditions? Our markets are surging. And he's right. You got that Shanghai hiding in bad territory. They ain't surging over there. Will soon be taking in billions in tariffs and making products at home. Wouldn't that be great, making products at home? Yesterday I was with Gary Null, who's doing a new documentary. And he said to me, any places around here where we could go, we can see how just the rich got richer and once prosperous American cities are in decline. I said, yeah, take a short trip from here, south down to Newburgh, New York, once a very prosperous place. Matter of fact, they still have George Washington's headquarters there. So we drove down there. I took him into some side streets, one boarded up house after another. And these were beautiful homes at one time. People sitting on the street wasted, man. It got dangerous. So, bring manufacturing back. I'm all for it. Because when Bill Clinton, the slick Willie, I didn't have sex with that woman, Monica Lewinsky. I smoked, but I didn't inhale. And what do you mean by the definition of what is? Yeah, that lowlife son of a bitch. They promised us all these great service sector jobs, and you never have to get your hands dirty again. Yeah, tending bar, waiting tables, and making beds in hotels. So, that's what brought the Dow down a bit, but it's still up. And what else? Gold. Not much news. Not much news at all. And oil fell. And again, it can't break over that $80 a barrel mark. We'll see where it's going to go because it's going to have a big influence in where it goes. Again, gold and oil, watch two of them, and you can see where they're going when you read your trend alert, the Fed and Trump to ignite economic turmoil. That's right, you got it yesterday. Read it again today. It's today's news that you got yesterday. The turmoil, oil. Because more and more is ratcheting up against Iran. Not only the sanctions, but the Saudi-Israeli-American alliance against Iran because what they're doing in Syria, their alleged involvement in Yemen, and, of course, Russia as well, because they're in Syria. So if oil prices spike above $100 a barrel, and there's a possibility of it, you're going to see these markets go down. And the Fed goes back to gold. Interest rates go up, gold goes down, and now in the next week they're going to raise interest rates again in the States, and it looks like about over an 80% chance or thereabouts that they're going to raise it again in December. Again, go back to your trend alert. You'll look at all the implications, and there are many of them when rates rise. New study came out. Things are going great here in the States. Median household income rose 1.8% in 2017. Yet, oh yeah, 1.8%. You know why? Not because people got paid more, because they're working more hours. Isn't that great? But that's the way it is in Slavelandia. Get to work for your multinational plantation owner, keep on working, and he'll throw you a couple of more pennies. Renesas Electronics to buy rival chipmaker IDT for $7 billion. Again, merger and acquisition activity, stock buybacks, that's what's driving the market. Cheap money, and let's go back to Fed raising interest rates. In the European Union, they're going to keep theirs flat. They got to keep juicing the markets to keep the stock markets going as they are. Pharma chief defends 400% price rise as part of moral requirement to cash in. Nostrum Laboratories last month more than quadrupled the price of a bottle of nitrofurantoin, whatever it was, from $474 to $2,392. And they did it in response to Casper, a competitor, increasing the price of its product to $2,800. So the CEO said, quote, Nirmal Mulye, M-U-L-Y-E, the Nostrum CEO. I think it's a moral requirement to make money when you can, to sell the product for the highest price. That has become morality. And it's perfect because there is no morality. The United States bombs and destroys and murders millions based on lies, and they call it morality when they rob every penny that you can to build corporate profits. The bear mauls another market. Hong Kong stocks fell into bear territory Tuesday, another casualty of the international sell-off driven by trade tensions. This is the latest sign that stocks around the world are feeling the pressure of trade fight. Auto sales in China sputter on trade tensions. You know what that is?
Bullshit detected. Take precautions.
So you read into the article, Chinese auto sales fell in August for the second successive month as market saturation and weak consumer confidence. Not weak consumer confidence. The Chinese economy is slowing down. People don't have the dough to buy cars. Do you think most people give a good damn about the trade issues? This is total propaganda that they keep pushing out. If Trump was in office, oh, they would all be applauding bringing back jobs to America, folks, as he folked us when he lied that he said he was going to do it and revisit NAFTA. One piece of propaganda after another. Here, Asian gambling stocks are taking a hit. Asian gambling stocks have slumped in recent weeks thanks to worries about Chinese growth and spending by high-rolling VIP customers. Gambling stocks have slumped around the world in recent weeks, fueled by concerns about growth slowdowns. All right? Nothing to do with worrying about what's going to happen with the trade. When you give people money, they spend it. This is stupid propaganda, and that's why you subscribe to the TrendsJournal, because we don't feed you with cheap.
Oh, come on now. That ain't even bullshit. That's horseshit.
You got it. Prostitute horseshit. They get paid to put out by their corporate johns and their Washington homemasters. Race, creed, color, gender, doesn't matter. They all put out for very little. What else do we have here? How the U.S. government misleads the public in Afghanistan. Wow, what a surprise. I'm shocked. Can't believe it? Refuse to believe it. Again, the war going on for how long? 17 years, and nothing to show for it other than stealing our money to give it to the military-industrial complex, these contractors, and slaughtering people who've done nothing to us. Huge casualties reported as Taliban escalates attacks across North Afghanistan. Yep, that's called success, folks. We got a new plan. We got a new plan, and we're going to win this time. Hey, remember the Nobel Peace or Crap Prize winner, Barack Folks Us Obama? Yeah, 33,000 troop surge. Folks, we're going to win over there in Afghanistan. Oh, then we're going to end the war, folks. Yeah, folks, we're going to end the war. Another lying piece of crap, and he's back on the campaign trail, selling more bullshit, and the morons buying it. And what else do we have here? Assad is planning chlorine attack. U.S. says, oh, then it must be true. Oh, the next Syrian disaster will have a high price. Yes, Syrian disaster. Ooh, German government plans combat mission against Syria. Yep, examining possible reprisals by the Luftwaffe against Syrian government troops should chemical weapons be used against rebel-held areas. Oh, yeah, them good rebels with a cause. Yeah, the ISIS's cats. That Obama, the grand coalition of the Saudis and the UAE and all of the rest of the murderers put together. We calls them rebels. You can see the setup here. Syrian rescuers say government bombing kills an infant. Ooh, they killed an infant, huh? How many did America kill in Iraq? How many in Afghanistan? Hey, how many in Libya? U.S. allies weigh possible strike on Syria. Yeah. Bolton says talks underway with London, Paris on attack if regime uses chemical weapons, all right? They're not going to use chemical weapons. This has been shown to be a farce. This is the last holdout of the rebels, the murderers. Why would they use chemical weapons? You can see the setup. Syrian rebels preventing refugees from leaving Idlib as Russian forces prepare final offense. Doesn't make it in American media. And what else do we have? U.S. issues fresh warning to airlines about using Iranian airspace. That's right. Don't use that airspace because, hey, we may be using it to blow up the joint. This could be something to watch for when you see this kind of thing. Civilians keep dying in Yemen, but U.S. says Saudis are doing enough. Dun, da, da, da. A special report required by Congress Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said that the two Gulf nations were doing enough to address widespread concerns about coalition airstrikes in Yemen. Isn't that something? Slaughter them in Yemen, it's okay. It's okay. But hey, somebody else do the slaughtering, that's not right. Because our military industrial contractors and complex can't sell them the weapons. So we got to just sell the weapons to kill them with because that's what the Americans are doing. Oh, and by the way, Spanish just got on board too, selling them wonderful Saudi folks, the murderers, 400 missiles to kill more innocent people. Look at the hypocrisy and no outrage. And you know why? Because the male fertility rate has fallen some 60%. Yep. Means the guys don't have any cojones to fight back, and they let 6 sons of bitches and bastards run and ruin their nations as they support murderers and create murder around the world. This is Gerald Celente. And that's some of today's trends in the news.
So great.